I believe that the residents of Jacksonville are all over the map. There are no small voices. Every voice is big, and so they're still weighing it. I've talked to various citizens in Jacksonville of all ethnic backgrounds and all party affiliation, and I've heard no's in those camps, and some people are still thinking about it.
You know, there have been, the mayor keeps saying, well, you voted in favor of it. Why do that? And you've answered that before, but why? Why switch?
And I'm not switching. As I've said before, part of my job as a delegation, a member, was to let the people decide what they wanted. I told the mayor that because originally it wasn't even going to come back to the city, and I balked at that and said there's no way I would support any legislation that the people themselves don't have the opportunity to directly vote on. So the idea was to move the legislation back to Jacksonville, and I told him, you have to sell it, not me.
His whole argument too being, well, give me a better plan if you don't have anything in this. Is that something that you should do, or do you think it's something he should do?
That's his job and the city council's job. I'm in the state senate, and as all local governments always say, they don't want state mandates, which was one of the other reasons that I would not vote in favor of a tax in Tallahassee and then put it upon the people of Jacksonville. It's the mayor's job and the council's job to come up with an appropriate plan, and I don't think they've done that.
What's wrong in a nutshell with this plan?
Well, here's the difficulty, and there are a couple of them. One is I don't believe there's shared sacrifice. When you talk about a regressive sales tax, it ultimately largely impacts middle income and even more so low income families, because they shop for those items over and over again that are not tax deductible. And someone said to me they thought toothpaste was. I said, toothpaste is not, your toothbrush is not, those diapers are not, toilet paper is not, tissue is not, paper towels is not, all of those things that people need, just like the rest of us, who can buy in bulk, by the way. So we pay the tax less often. The other thing is we won't be able to impose any kind of tax relief for roads and bridges and infrastructure until, I don't even know, whenever the new tax would end. That's devastating to our city. And I don't believe that the budget will increase exponentially to create enough costs to do all the infrastructure improvements that we need done in neighborhoods that were left out by the Better Jacksonville plan, by the way.